It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Time for race 7 on the card, and this is a MR73 handicap set to be run over the 1400 meters, and it's due to go off at the top of the hour at 4 o'clock. It's a last chance to get a double on if that's a bet that you quite fancy for the last 2 races at Hollywood Bets Gravel Poly Track. Or in the 73 handicap, it looks to be a competitive lineup with quite a few horses with chances here, but I quite like a bit of the 11 Genie in this race. Last time out, I thought he was a bit unlucky not to get the verdict in the boardroom when he was touched off by Cupid's Song. Captain Seeger has come out to win. Love on Time has come out to win, and Billy Bazooka has come out to win. So there's been 4 runners, and 4 runners for 3 winners. Genie, he's a horse that shows pace, so the draw is not a concern for me. Warren Kennedy in the irons, he didn't receive a penalty for that crack in second to Cupid's Song in a conditional novice, and I think that Genie is going to be right there. 1400 looks to be his trip. 3 tries over the distance, 1 win, 1 second, and 1 fourth. In his penultimate run, he ran on the turf at Scottsville over the 1950. It may have been just a bridge too far for him. 1400 does look to be his game, and I think Genie is going to be a horse that's going to contest the finish in this lineup. A horse that I want to get your thoughts on is the 4 Kuma. Now, the only time he has run on the poly track, he won. And then when he ran in a feature, he ran second to Dice as a 2-year-old. And I thought that was a cracking run. So he returns to the province. Muzieni aboard, 62 on his back. Could possibly be the only concern. But Warren, surely he could be a lot better than this field.
He certainly could, and the fact that, as you've just mentioned, he's 1 from 1 on the poly, that's a huge draw card for this horse, Kuma. Son of Lance for Sean Terry, Hollywood Syndicate. Yeah, that's, if he had to bounce back and win this, I certainly wouldn't be shocked. His last couple of efforts haven't been great, but in saying that, he's gone up against Desert Miracle, freed from Desire. So certainly Kuma. Sean Terry's in town. He hasn't come to try the Durban curry and enjoy the scenery. He's come for business. So Kuma, definitely got to go into all your bets and to all your exotics as well. Of that, I have no doubt.
The 5, Don't Touch Me. He's a horse that seems to be a bit better over 1600. He does show pace. Diego de Gavea takes a ride for the first time. He looks to be the pacemaker in this lineup. He's super consistent, and I think another honest performance can be expected from him.
Absolutely, and Diego de Gavea is a very strong rider, very, very strong rider is Diego de Gavea. And so is Simanga Kumalo, and so is Muzieni, and so is Tabiza Gomede, who's ridden Don't Touch Me for his last, for the majority of his recent starts. Consistent horse, seldomly runs a bad race. You know that if you're in the camp of Don't Touch Me, he's going to give it to you all the way down the lane. And he's got a strong each-way chance. Of that, I have no doubt. You've touched on Genie, and I'm glad that you did, because Genie certainly looks to be a talented individual. That post-maiden run wasn't good, so you draw a line through that. His last start, he was unlucky. He, for me, like you, sets the standard. But Don't Touch Me is going to be pressing all the way home.
Certainly. The 3-horse Bugsy Malone, he's been a bit disappointing in his last 2 starts, but he's unbeaten over course and distance, 2 from 2. Samanga Kumalo takes a ride. He's neatly drawn in gate 3, 60 and off on his back. I think Bugsy Malone is a horse that you can include into trifectas and quartets. Happy Aristocrat is another one that you can include. Warren, last time out, Tuck, he just continues to disappoint her, but he hasn't really reproduced his maiden win-win beating all the time. And to be quite frank, I'm not quite sure what to make of him anymore.
No, well, I'm in your camp there. I see that trainer Peter Muscat has gone into his office, opened up the cupboard and reached for the blinkers. The blinkers go on Tuck. So they are obviously, hoping that the blinkers help and have the desired effect. They're going to have to help because since his maiden win, as you say, he's been disappointing. And I'm going to want to see a bit more. I want to see some improvement in the blinkers. I want to see some improvement from Tuk Tuk before I start putting him into my play. 54.5, Tristan Godden. Stranger things have happened, and he's clearly got some ability because he won it the second time of asking. So if he had to bounce back to be right there, I wouldn't be shocked. If he had to bounce back to winning ways in this race, I would be a little surprised, but I'm hoping that he does because he's shown ability. Let's hope the blinkers do the trick.
Well, there you have it from Warren and myself. Genie looks to be the horse that possibly sets the standard and possibly a horse that you can play around in race 7 on the card.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.